Hi, I'd like to order 2 large cheeseburgers, 2 large French fries, and 2 large chocolate shakes. What do you want, Julie?
Oh, I thought you were ordering for the both of us.
Well, I'm hungry and I'm pregnant now, so I get to eat for 2.
Eating for 2 is a myth.
What?
Yeah. We only need about 300 extra calories in the second and third trimester. We can do this by having an extra serving of meat and 2 extra servings of low-fat dairy.
I can't wait to dig into this chocolate milkshake.
Let's see. The milk in your milkshake is actually okay because it provides calcium. But it's better to drink low-fat milk or water with our meals. This avoids excess sugar consumption, and we need to watch our caffeine intake. I read an article recently that said only 300 milligrams of caffeine a day. Caffeine can be found in chocolate, soda drinks, and coffee.
Kelly, my name's Allie and I'm going to be your prenatal nurse today. I heard you're having some problems with weight gain during pregnancy.
Yeah, I just keep gaining weight. I realize I'm pregnant and there's a baby growing inside me, but I'm eating right and I keep gaining weight.
Well, the weight that you gain during your pregnancy is based on what you weighed before pregnancy. So what was your weight before you became pregnant?
140, and now I'm already 147.
Oh, okay. And how far along are you?
About 16 weeks.
Okay, well we can use a BMI chart and we can determine how much weight gain you should have during pregnancy. Generally in the first trimester, you're just out of that, would be between 1 and 4 pounds total, and then 1 pound per week after that for the rest of your pregnancy.
So Kelly, you said that you weighed 140 pounds prior to pregnancy. So using this BMI chart, we come over and we see 140 pounds, and you're 5'10", so that would put you right here. Your BMI before pregnancy was 20, which is perfectly normal. Your expected weight gain during pregnancy will be between 25 and 35 pounds. If you were underweight prior to pregnancy, you'd have to gain a little bit more weight. On the other hand, if you were overweight or obese before pregnancy, you're going to gain a little bit less.
So Kelly, after going over that BMI chart, do you feel more comfortable with the weight gain you've had so far?
Yeah, definitely. That was very helpful and reassured me so much that 7 pounds is okay to gain where I'm at in my pregnancy right now.
How can I help you today? Yes, I have all these coupons here because for vitamins, I know it's important when I'm pregnant to have vitamins, but there's so many to choose from. How do I choose them? You're totally right to start taking vitamins right now. At any time, you should start taking vitamins and supplementing because you can prevent so many problems like neural tube defects due to folic acid deficiencies, preterm birth due to iron deficiencies, and you can even promote your baby's bone growth and development and stimulate your own milk production with calcium supplements. So what else on your list?
Well, it looks like you have quite a list of required vitamins. Just make sure you don't take too many vitamins, especially vitamin A. You only need 770 micrograms of vitamin A. Make sure you consult with your doctor before starting any vitamin regimen. It can be different for every pregnancy and every person.
So instead of buying all of those vitamins individually, you can actually find all of them in this one prenatal vitamin. Wow, that's great, thanks, and look at all the money I saved!
You know, ever since I became pregnant, I've been having the strangest cravings. It started with just dirt, but now it's ice, soap, cotton balls, pretty much everything in sight. I've just been eating whatever I crave because I figure my body knows best, but that'll go away when I have the baby. Right, Mom?
Well, honey, I'm really worried about you. It can't be normal to eat cotton balls and soap, but I really don't know what causes it.
You know, I think I heard that nutritional deficits can sometimes cause it, so maybe that's the problem, but I'm not the expert, so I don't really know.
Well, pica, or cravings, are very common in pregnancy, but they're often a sign of nutritional deficiencies. Low protein has been associated with low birth weight infants, and anemia is associated with preterm deliveries and pica. Nutritional substitutes should be found for all strange cravings that women are having. Every woman during pregnancy should be on iron. This can help with dirt cravings. Fruit popsicles are a great substitute for ice cravings. Not only does it give your body something cold which you are craving, but it can also give you nutrients. Non-fat powdered milk is a great substitute for laundry detergent. It is of similar consistency and it contains high amount of calcium, which is beneficial for both you and your baby. If none of these seem to work for you, sucking on hard candies such as peppermints or lemon drops may be beneficial in keeping your mouth busy and avoiding your pica cravings.
I'm so glad that we found out that Susan's strange cravings were related to nutritional deficiencies. And you've made such great changes in your life now.
As hard as it was to break my strange cravings, I finally did it. Now I can get chicken, steak, and eggs through the food stamps as I signed up for. And I also signed up for WIC for after the baby's born.
And I'm Clinton,
And we're from PLC's What Not to Eat!
Your friend Kelly here was very generous in nominating you for this, so it's for you, yes.
Come on, let's get up. Oh, very
There
nice.
we go.
Okay, have you heard of us at all?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we heard that you were having some problems with knowing what to eat and what not to while pregnant, so we're here to help you out.
Yes, and we have a $500 gift card for you, but you know the catch. You have to follow our rules. Are you willing to do that?
What do y'all think? Do you think she should take
What
it?
Now, because you've seen this show before, you know the first step. We have to look in your fridge and see what you have and what we need to throw away, okay? So are you ready?
Let's take a look.
Okay. I see some tilapia here on the top. And now it's okay to have 12 ounces of seafood weekly as long as it's a type of seafood or fish that's low in mercury. Tilapia is good, and some other types of fish that are good are catfish and salmon and even some types of shrimp. Okay, but there are some certain types of seafood that you would like to avoid.
Right, those include fish that are high in mercury, which are like swordfish and tilefish and shark and king mackerel. So it is important to have fish in your diet. It's important to have the right kind. Speaking of fish, sushi. A lot of times it has raw meat in it, especially fish. And so you want to make sure, because that can have salmonella and E. coli and even other bacteria. So you want to make sure that you just put this out of your diet completely while you're pregnant.
Now I see you have some fresh squeezed juice in here. Do you know how old this is?
A few days.
Okay, now unless you've juiced it the morning of, it's really not safe to drink fresh squeezed juice if you don't know how old it is, because it could harbor bacteria that could be dangerous to your unborn baby.
I also see some hot dogs and lunch meat in here, and you have to be really careful about eating these because they do have high levels of sodium and nitrates in them, and you do run the risk of getting listeria with them.
Yes, now it is okay to eat these foods as long as they're fully cooked, but the problem is with these, they're not always fully cooked. So one way to be sure is if you microwave them until steaming hot and you cut them and see that they're cooked all the way through, then they're considered safe to eat at that time.
It looks like we have some cheese. Now you need to be really careful about your cheese. Certain kinds are unpasteurized, which means that they can contain listeria, which can cause miscarriages. We want to make sure we avoid that.
Yes, cheeses to avoid are brie, feta, or any Mexican quesos like what is here. Basically any cheese that is unpasteurized could be harmful to your baby. Now I see that you also have some raw cookie dough here. Raw cookie dough is a no-no because it contains raw eggs that could have salmonella in them, which may be harmful to your baby as well. So we will let you keep this as long as you promise to cook it first. Can you do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Here, do you remember when you had these?
A few weeks ago.
Okay, it's important with leftovers that you eat them within a couple of days and only if they have not been sitting out for 2 hours or more. And that's just a general rule you should do for all foods.
Now I also see that you have some raw vegetables here. Raw vegetables are okay as long as you wash them first because they could contain pollutants or pesticides that may be harmful to the neurological development of your baby.
Okay.
Okay, so just be sure that you wash these first.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it looks like everything else in here is pretty safe. We pulled out everything, but there is one thing we need to mention, and that is I see a couple different alcoholic beverages in there, and we just wanted to see if those were yours or if it was someone else's.
It's mine.
Do you drink them on a regular basis?
I mean, every once in a while, it's hard to be pregnant. I can't sleep at night. A nightcap is good.
I know. I'm sure it does make you feel better, but unfortunately the thing about it is it could cause something called fetal alcohol syndrome, and it could be very harmful to the development of your baby. And so there are other remedies that you could use to help you sleep at night, but alcohol is not one that we would recommend. So we're going to have to advise you to stay away from that until after your baby's born.
Okay.
Okay.
Living on the dance floor.
Welcome to class, ladies. Are you ready to learn how to exercise while being pregnant?
Yeah!
Well, let's get started. Let's walk in place. Good. Now remember, if you get too tired, just step over on the side, get plenty of water, and then come up and join us.
Get on the floor. My world is with my girls. Living on the dance floor.
Okay, so this is a little bit embarrassing, but I've noticed that I kind of leak a little bit, and I only had this while I was pregnant, and I don't know what to do about it.
Do you mean leaking fluid or like urine?
I pee a little bit.
Okay, that's okay. That's actually very common. And Kegel exercises are great with that and can be done throughout your whole life. These are performed by tightening your muscles like you want to stop urine flow, and this can help strengthen your pelvic floor muscles and help with those kinds of problems.
Okay.
Any other questions?
When should you stop exercising? Does anybody know?
Like what are some warning signs?
Yeah, like why would you stop? Like,
I know.
Oh,
I know. I actually asked my doctor the other day.
Oh, please.
He said when I was exercising, if I ever started to bleed, to contact him immediately. I should also stop exercising if I felt faint or lightheaded, was having any contractions or any cramping anywhere.
Okay, good information.
Yeah, and I heard it's good if you do start having contractions to lay down and drink a lot of water. Sometimes it can just be dehydration that happens when you exercise.